Good morning, everyone. It's Promise Adira on again. I just watched Senator Natasha Akpoti on on politics today with Shegun Akimbaloyi and channels, and I'm so delighted to have somebody like that. I'm even happy that I also supported her when she was having her issues against the criminal former governor Yahaya Bello, who we are still waiting for EFCC to keep to their words and arrest, by the way, if not for the rubbish judiciary that we have in Nigeria, where there will be conflicting judgments. And that's why I keep saying that our constitution is as good as a tissue paper. Now, we need more women in politics, and this highlights it because this is one strong bill that I've seen that this particular Senate is trying to pass. I believe it's past second reading, and I'm hoping that they do something about it because if you talk about the economy of countries, a lot of countries, their economies are backed with gold, and Nigeria is blessed with gold in Zamfara, but then left to illegal mining. You see, gold is one of the benchmarks for, you know, international trades, foreign reserves and stuff like that. There are other factors, there are other things. So most people or most countries, they have their goods in two places, the UK and the US. And why they use these countries, sometimes they use multiplicity of locations. They probably use their own country, maybe their own central bank or federal bank or their main bank. And sometimes they use, other countries, and a lot of countries actually bank with or store their goods in United Kingdom. And because of the strong security that UK provides, your gold is secure. And a few other countries have their gold in their own country, and probably a few others will have all their gold outside and not have any in their country. Now, a country like Nigeria, from the research that this wonderful Senator Natasha Akpoti, have done, she says that Nigeria stopped taking stock of gold or even have anything, in terms of buying gold bar since 1960 or in the 60s. Man, that's ridiculous. That shows you how backward we are. So immediately we said, voila, we have oil. Everybody forgot about gold. And how do you forget gold? That is the main thing. So you could sell and export oil. You could use gold. Look at Zimbabwe, for example. Zimbabwe now has backed up their currency with gold, and you can see what is happening with the brisk. They are shifting from dollar to the Chinese yuan, and China is, whether you like it or not, one of the world powers, if not the world power, I dare say. So now, that said, we need to start going into gold mining in Nigeria and being truthful to ourselves, because if we politicize it like we are doing, I just listened to a gentleman, also following Senator Natasha's interview, a gentleman from the NDDC, who was speaking about how the corruption in NDDC is playing out, with over nearly 2 trillion, not even billion, trillion being spent on NDDC. That means that part of the country is supposed to be like Dubai, by the way. But anyway, we'll leave that. But when you politicize our minerals and, where our resources are coming out and feed a few people and the rest of the people there are very poor, by and large, the whole country will be suffering as well. So I'm saying this to say that we need to come with strong bill to protect our resources, and especially into this gold issue, we need to make sure that we start producing and mining golds, especially those places that are blessed. Make sure the people are happy. Make sure that it's not politicized. It's not given to a few criminals who will just enrich themselves to the detriment of the whole community. And make sure that what is happening in Congo is not happening. It will not happen in Nigeria. So yes, I really support that bill, because this is a bill that we need right now. When our economy is at the lowest, when you have things like our crude being sold in the future, so we're not going to make any money, when we are spending over 109% of our income on financing debt. This is when we start to, this is when we need bills like this, bills that will make us to turn our attention to other things that can stabilize the economy. And gold can help to stabilize the economy. Agriculture can help to stabilize the economy. Security can help to stabilize the economy. These are the factors we need. So I believe the government should go straight into all this and take this particular bill serious. I like the fact that she was mentioning Indonesia, mentioning Japan, and even Russia and all these places. So we're supposed to be learning from countries who are doing better. And not every time you talk about countries that we're supposed to learn from, people will say, oh, go and look to Sudan. Oh, go and look at people who are better than. No, you don't look at people you are better than. You look at people who are better than you. You look at people who you are aiming to be like. You look up, you don't look down. So that said, I believe we should start looking into that light. Make the mining of gold, to be something of great importance, and tackle it speedily, so that we can use it to build up our reserve, even if we have to keep it in the country or keep it abroad, in countries like UK and the US. In fact, a country like India started bringing back their goods from the UK, because exactly why that's why the pounds will always be stronger than any currency or most currencies in the West. Do you understand? That is why, because everybody stores their good in the UK. Meanwhile, they don't have good in the UK. We don't have good here. All of those things are acquired. But because they provide strong security, people come and put their good here. So Nigeria also can build, a good security, a security infrastructure network around their good reserve and store it in Nigeria, or store it in places like the UK then, or America, so that, and the value of your gold, or the more gold you have, it helps, it's part of the foreign reserve. It helps to, make your currency stronger. Just like we've done with our passport, making our passport stronger, we should also look at, making our economy stronger, making our gold to help our economy. So that's one of the things I really want to address, and also ask that we allow our women to get into politics, because any country that values their women, any country that puts their women in power, if they are not corrupt, because anybody can be corrupted, but you see, when women are not corrupt, they deliver more and better than women. Than men. They are more better managers. You see, most of the things that are going wrong, even though this committee that the senators set up, if they have women managing them, it will have a better outcome. Look at Abia today. Abia politics is doing better. Somebody like Akpoti is in power today because of a woman that was the INEC returning officer. She wasn't the only woman, but because sometimes, if a woman really wants to be good, right, she will be very thorough. And I also want to ask, or suggest, it's my opinion, but I think it will go a great length, knowing what I know about women in power. I mean, people like Chimamanda Adichie are not even respected enough in Nigeria. These are people that are in the corridors of power in places like America. Her friends are Bill Clinton, the Obamas. So, people like that, if you have those people in power, you don't know what you're going to have in Nigeria. Look at Natasha. We all campaigned for her, fought, supported her against this Yahya Bello. And look at her today. We are benefiting from her in government. Look at the bill she's passing, and she's going to have more come through. So our men are there sitting, and what are they talking about? Complete nonsense. Just wasting time and wasting resource. All they care about is their cars and whatever. But she went through the pain of getting this bill out. So I suggest that our vice presidents in Nigeria should be allocated to women. Yes, make the seat of the vice president to be women. So we have one president. If they're saying that they want to have two, I see the proposal that they want to have two vice presidents. If that passes through, let it be women. Let that position be made. It will encourage women. You see, when Peter Obi was the governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi used women. His deputy was a woman. Dam Etiaba, I think that's her name, Dam Jane Etiaba or something like that. Now, at some point he was impeached, and that woman became the first governor, although an interim governor, but he became the first governor of a state in Nigeria. So I think we should look into that. Look to encourage more women, even in our parastatals, even our spam sex, even as, positions of power. We need women in power, because they are, you see, when a woman is focused, she's not thinking about having a side chick. She's not thinking about having all these things that sway men. They are very, very focused, and they are very meticulous. And sometimes that's what we need. So I'm going to stop here, and I pray that we'll start getting it right by empowering our women, by focusing on agriculture. Gold is very important because we have it. So why are we rich underground and poor overground? Thank you so much. Bye-bye.